Hey peeps, what's going on? It's Josh. I specifically wanted to make a video. I've been wanting to just kind of talk to you guys a little bit. Shh. I've been kind of wanted to talk to you guys for a little while, and I've just been like, oh, I don't know if I even make videos anymore, you know? And then, I think about 2 weeks ago I had an idea. I'm just mixing up some, I really like these drink mixes you can get from, like, Walmart or whatever. There's one, it's the orange flavored one, and it's, like, low calorie, whatever, sugar-free, whatever. It's just really tasty, and I like it, because I can't drink regular orange juice because it's too much citrus. It's too much acidic. This doesn't give me the same agita. Anyway, oh, Pete, you drooled on me, but I wanted to kind of make a video because I've been avoiding making content because I didn't want anyone who might see this to think that I'm trying to be a goody two-shoes or anything like that. But the reality is, I am trying to be better. Not better than anyone else, better than who I was. And there have been times in my life where I've been a bully. There are times in my life where I've been mean. There have been times in my life where I've been understanding and kind and loving, just like anyone else. And I don't know, I mean, I kind of believe that the goal should always be to try and be better than who you were, in ways. Not to be perfect, because I think that's, like, super toxic. Because there is no perfect. You're never going to be perfect, and that's okay. Perfect would be tragically boring anyway. But, I don't know, I wanted to make this because, I believe that in this culture that we're in, it's important to stand up and say when you feel that something is wrong, right? And if you're only as quiet, like if you're only loud when something impacts you, that's a problem, right? And I'm not the first person to say this, and I'm probably not going to say it the best anyone's ever said it, and that's okay with me, but what's important is that I do say it. And, I think we all need to be thinking about how you're interacting with the people that are around you. And I don't just mean the people that you love. I mean everyone around you, the people that annoy you. That girl at work that's like a little sister and she gets on your nerves. Your boss. Your neighbor. The barista making your coffee. There are going to be times and situations where any of these people could turn into someone that could bully you or someone that you could be bullied by. And I know bullying is like I don't know, it's kind of a hot button as far as like a word to use. It's kind of like saying toxic these days. Some people really don't like you using that word, but the reality is I don't want to sugarcoat anything here because that's not really what I like to do with my channel, and that's what this is. So if you find something on my channel that you don't like, there are options for you. Of course, having said that, I'm happy for each and every one of you that come and hang out with me because you matter to me and I appreciate you. And I'm glad to have your interaction. But if I say something that doesn't jive, doesn't resonate, please feel free. We do too much of doing a gut check because we can. And it's not okay. When you know that someone else is vulnerable to you and you decide that you're going to attack them or for any reason or group up and maybe avoid them or whatever you're going to do, I just want you to stop and think. If that were your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your child, and people did that to them, how it might make you feel. Because we do too much, in my opinion, of separating ourselves from the people that we want to dislike for whatever reason. Or the people that we want to make fun of or tease or whatever you're going to, like, whatever, insert thing here. You will separate yourself from them so that you can feel better about being shitty. And it's not okay. So I would like you to think long and hard before you do that thing. You say those words, because you don't know what the person that they're landing on is capable of. Not like, are they capable of hurting you? I'm talking about more like, they may not be capable of shaking those words off. They may not be capable of being like, I'm fine anyway. They may not be capable of taking their next step. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know where they are in life, and you don't know what impact your unkindness will have. So, in my experience, I've never felt better than when I'm being kind and when I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt, although that's hard. But at the very least, you can just not say the thing. There are plenty of times where I want to say something flippant to someone. It's unnecessary, and it's not going to do anyone any good, including myself. And I guess I share that because I don't want it to sound like I'm so great. No, I'm shitty sometimes, and I'm a jerk sometimes, and I'm aware of that, and I'm working on me. And I guess this is just a call to arms because you don't know what other people are going through. You don't know if they're okay. You don't know if they'll be okay. And if you can't help, and you don't always have to, that's legit. Like, you do not always have to try and help people. But if you can't, or you don't want to, you damn sure shouldn't be doing any harm. And when you have more than one person that's saying or not saying things, it's more powerful, and it's harder to shake that off. And again, I view myself as, I'm going to be 40 this year, peeps. I'm old enough to know better, and I take accountability for that. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of you are too. So I would like to propose this. For me, it's evening, and tomorrow I have work, and I'm going to make it my goal to minimize my negative impact on others as much as possible, and to do at least 3 nice things. And they don't have to be big. A hug is a nice thing. I'm going to make it my goal to do at least 3 nice things for the people around me tomorrow. If y'all can hear that, Marv is snoring. Oh, is that Peter? No, that's Marv. I took my glasses off because I'm starting to get a little bit of a headache. But I wanted to speak on this because for as many voices as there are spouting negativity and hard things and mean things into this world, I wanted to be one of the ones that is putting out something different. Something different for you to hear and think about. And it wasn't easy to turn on the camera. It's not easy to make this video because of things that have happened in my life in the past year. And that's okay, because the right thing is not always easy. But if you're watching this and you are being bullied or you are struggling, I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not the only person that's struggling and having a hard time right now, but you are worth the struggle. And I've said this before, there are times where you can't find the faith yourself and you have to borrow the faith of others. That is not, there's nothing bad or wrong with that. And it's an incredibly effective tool to actually borrow the faith of someone else and to lean on the love of others. And it's something that you should do. I'm not really good at that either myself. Leaning on others can be very uncomfortable because it requires vulnerability. But I'm willing to bet that each and every one of you has at least one person in your life that you know you can trust and you can be vulnerable with them. And if you don't, I want you to go ahead and feel free to leave it in the comments. This channel is at a level where I can pretty safely say that I can get to all of the comments because I haven't really been that active. I've needed to heal and I've needed to take care of me before I could come here and hold space for anyone else. And I'm back, I think. As back as I can be, as much as I can promise right now. But if you comment on this video and you need some shared space, it's here. But if you can't even do that, I just want you to know that you matter and you're important and we need you here. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. You're necessary. I don't need to know you to know that that is the God's honest truth. Or the universe's honest truth if you don't believe in God. You are necessary. Please don't ever doubt that for a second. And if you do, come back to this video and I'll tell you again. And I'll mean it just as much as the first time. But please reach out to someone for help. The world would literally be less bright and less beautiful without you in it. And imagine all of the people in your life that you will have an impact on. That if you were no longer there, that impact doesn't happen. And that's tragic because you don't know what your impact would have done for that person. And I don't mean to put all that weight on your shoulders. It's meant to inspire you that you're not living just for you. Because sometimes you can't always find the will to do something just for you. Sometimes you almost have to have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes you have to have a reason that's bigger than you. Because you're not capable of the self-love that it takes to say that you're doing something just for you. Anyway, this is already longer than I intended it to be, but that's nothing new for this channel. This has always been the case with me. That when you get to the end of this channel, or the end of this video, these videos, I share energy with you. I just didn't always really realize what I was doing. Now I am an actual practicing, Reiki practitioner. So I can tell you in this moment that the channel is open and this is a safe space and this is a pocket of energy for you, my peeps. And if you need it, if you want it, all you have to do is think in your mind, I accept the positive energy that exists for me. And the interesting thing about that is negative energy can't impact you unless you allow it. And it actually does damage to anyone who's trying to send you negative energy, so they can't. But if you believe it and you would like to take advantage of it, I am creating that space where you can accept the energy, and it's not just limited to what I'm sending. You can accept the energy and know that it's there for you. Like my teacher says, it's like a little gift card or almost like a little faucet. Because you'll never take more than you need. you'll just fill yourself up, and that's all you can really do. But I want to thank you for spending a part of your day with me, and I want to thank you for being who you are, imperfect as you are. That's actually what makes you perfect. And I hope that wherever you are, you know that you don't have to be alone. There is support for you in this world, and you do have a place in this world, and you matter, and you belong, and I want you to keep fighting. Whatever that looks like. Much love. Peep out.